What is up, guys? My name is Tyler. Today we're here at the Razer booth at CES 2024. I'm here with Melvin, and he's going to walk us through some of the really cool stuff that Razer has going on. So let's get into it.
Alright, so what we have over here today is the Razer Sensor HD Haptics. You can think of this as the all-new technology platform that we are announcing this year. And the end goal of this is really to give game developers, content creators, end users, and of course gamers the ability to customize, calibrate, and tune haptic effects. And at the end of the day, experience really high definition and immersive haptic effects to just bring gaming immersion to the next level. So what we have over here, this is Project Esther. Project Esther is the world's first HD haptics gaming cushion. You can basically think of it as the prototype or the proof of concept of Sensor's capabilities. So within Esther, there are actually 16 individual actuators. So there's 10 here and 6 here. And they all really work together to come and give you a really nice and immersive haptic experience. So what we have over here is a MechWarrior 5 demo. So there are a couple of interesting things that Sensor brings to the table. So first we have wideband high definition haptics. So what this actually means is that depending on the kind of content that you see in game, you will get a very different and nuanced effect for each of them. So the feeling of, let's say, firing a shotgun will feel very different from the feeling of let's say unloading an entire mag of a machine gun.
Right.
At the same time, we have multi-directional haptics. So multi-directional haptics, like I mentioned, 16 actuators in Esther. So instead of just being limited to haptics at the your controller like many of us are so used to, you can now actually feel haptic effects flowing across your entire body with the actuators. And what this helps with is a better sense of directionality, distance, as well as location for just greater immersion overall. Lastly, we have multi-device harmonized haptics. So it's a bit of a mouthful, but just think of it as Sensor, basically enabling devices to talk to each other. It's sort of like Chroma out there, where we have Chroma effects that flow across our entire suite of peripherals. It's not just limited to one on its own. This is the same thing with haptics, where just because haptic effects start at the controller level, it may not necessarily have to end there. We have the ability to make it flow, let's say, to the headset and to the Esther itself, to really give you the full immersive experience. So the MechWarrior 5 demo is what we had on the show floor. You guys can come and try out yourself as well.
Yeah, I'd love to try it. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. So I'm going to try this whole contraption out here. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of haptic feedback, so I'm really excited to kind of see how Razer's put this whole package together. So let's give it a shot. Oh, wow. That's wild. Okay, I see exactly what you're saying about different weapons kind of having a different feeling. So I love when it vibrates up here on my head. That part to me, Jesus. The sound works great. I can't barely hear myself. I'm probably screaming right now. But this is badass. I love haptic feedback. That's like one of my favorite things. Will there also be instances where you can, is it just the pad that's available, or will there be a chair? I remember in CES 2022, I got to see the Hyper Anki that was kind of like the whole movement. Has that made any further developments, or is this kind of the matured version of that?
So Esther right now is a project concept, right? So it may or may not happen. You guys have to stay tuned to find out. But Razer Sensor HD Haptics is real. This is coming. Actually, just yesterday we've announced the Inter-Haptics software development kit. So the SDK basically allows game developers and content creators to already be building, calibrating, and customizing haptic effects for the individual titles. So yeah, the SDK is out there. As to the hardware where it will manifest in, you guys have to stay tuned and you'll find out.
My other question, and this is kind of an interesting one, is there a world where a streamer could take something like this and have their chat do stuff to them while he's nodding his head? That looks like that would be pretty cool, right? So if you're a streamer and you wanted to add a level of mess with the streamer immersion, as streamers like to do, you could theoretically set this up and program it to do different things based on whatever your chat wants to redeem or whatever. So that's actually a pretty cool way to use it. Oh, so of course, naturally, guys, there's a Chroma version, because it wouldn't be Razer if it didn't have really awesome Chroma effects. So naturally, I'm trying to think to myself, when you're sitting in it, maybe you don't see it as much, but you know what? Instead of having lights on your wall, you could just have your whole entire chair light up. Okay, well, we're gonna head to the next location. So we're at the Chair Lab at the Razer booth at CES 2024. I'm here with Vicky and Dr. Matthew. I'm kind of terrified because I haven't been to the doctor in a long time, so we're gonna find out today. What do you got for us?
Thanks for joining us at the Chair Lab. So what we have today is the Razer Iskra V2. It's the latest addition to the Razer chair family line. So we've made quite a lot of improvements ever since we launched the Razer Iska V1. So a couple of the improvements we've made right here, you can see how we've taken a less aggressive shape and form. We've went ahead and widened those shoulder arches. We went ahead to reduce those seat flanges as well. And this really helped us to widen that seat base by about 30% on the outside and about 27% on the inside. But the most exciting part about the Razer Iska V2 is really with the lumbar. This really is the world's first 6D lumbar.
Oh, wow.
And what that means is that it's super adaptive. You can see how it swivels left and right.
Interesting.
It follows your body throughout the day, and it's also fully adjustable.
Okay.
And what that means is that with the lumbar, on the right side, we have the adjustment knobs for protrusion. So this allows you to adjust your kind of lumbar, how much you want it to extend out. And we also have the height adjustments of the lumbar on the left as well.
Excellent.
So go ahead, take a seat.
Okay. I think for me, I would probably move the protrusion further back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Which one is? I'll just play with them. I'll figure it out.
This is for the height. And
Okay.
the protrusion.
So I think for me, height would want to go down a little bit. That's feeling a little better. I think the swivel is what really does it, to be honest. I think that's one of the biggest things with a lot of these chairs is like they have lumbar, but you don't get as much fine-tune adjustment. I feel like with lumbar support, that's one of those things that you need that fine-tune adjustment because it is such it could be such aggressive support, because a lot of times it's like it sticks out like that. So if that's not in just the right spot, and a lot of times for me, I've noticed it's this like the ability to swivel, like I don't know how to describe it because I'm not an expert, but in any case, the swivel is something I noticed immediately. Oh, now we're talking. This is the end of CES 2024 right here. I'm going to take a nap in this chair. Sorry, I'm canceling all your meetings for the day. We're taking a nap here at the Chair Lab at Razer at CES 2024, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
So I'm a physical therapist. I'm
Awesome.
also an orthopedic clinical specialist, and I've been working in gaming and esports for the past 8 years. So seeing a lot of low back issues, seeing a lot of wrist and hand issues.
Sure.
But today, hopefully I can tell you a little bit more about how that seating surface impacts your physical health. I want to ask you, and I guess your viewers, what do you think is the #1 feature that a chair needs to have to promote physical health?
I mean, I want to kind of the cop-out answer and be like promote proper posture. But I think there's a lot of layers to proper posture. And I feel like that's, I think, what gets lost for a lot of people is a lot of chairs say, oh, fix your posture. But posture is not a one fixed solution. It's not a one adjustment thing.
Exactly. I love that you said that because it's actually adjustability. Right? Because look, we have a bunch of different sizes, shapes, individual anatomical differences. How we sit. We got that leg up, we got that figure 4 posture, right? We got the XQC, right? We got all these postures and even different desk environments, dual, triple, quadruple monitor setups, where if we're rotating, we want that lumbar support to move with us. We want the armrest to be able to be adapted to different desk heights. We want the seating base to be wide enough to support different shapes and sizes, right? So everyone's different, and the chair needs to be adjusted to match the task at hand. And so I do want to go through that chair fitting protocol for you so you can know exactly how to fit into the V2 and hopefully learn a few things about what you need to consider when you're setting up at your chair and your setup. So let's slide on over to this desk setup over here. Basically, show me to the best of your ability how you are set up at home.
Okay.
And I can maybe just hold this.
Yeah,
over
absolutely.
You.
Take control.
And then I'm going to ask you 4 questions. If you don't feel comfortable answering, you just say, sorry, not today.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, first question, do you have any aches or pains, Mr. Tyler?
I don't think so.
Okay, no, a big no. Okay, and how much time do you spend on the PC every single day?
Ooh, at least 8 to 12 hours.
Got it. And then how much of that time is gaming?
Anywhere between 4 to 5.
4 to 5 hours.
On a good day. On a good day.
On a good day, okay.
Yeah.
What are you playing?
A lot of Star Citizen. So I will tell you, maybe
okay.
this will be helpful for you.
Yeah.
A lot of my fans know I'm a huge Star Citizen fan, so I have flight sticks that are mounted to my desk. And so
very
when I
cool.
play, I switch between, and other Star Citizen fans will know what I'm talking about. We switch between keyboard and mouse a lot because there's FPS, where we're playing like this, and then we switch to
Flying
flight.
this ship, okay.
So
That's
there's
very cool.
a very interesting kind of back and forth.
And it's
there.
you said mounted to your chair?
No, they're mounted
to your
the
desk? Oh, so it's
they're kind of
oh,
out
very
like this.
cool. Okay.
So I kind of swap back and forth. at
Very
times.
cool. How often are you taking breaks?
Not enough.
Every 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Maybe 3 hours.
Okay, got it. That's really helpful for me. Okay, so is this how you have it set up?
Yeah,
Would you say to the best of your ability?
To the best of my ability.
Okay.
Usually don't have my watch on, and this is about where I would be. Although, actually, I would have these up.
Very nice.
Both my desks.
It's somewhat of a quiz. You're doing
yeah.
well.
And
You're
then
doing well.
when I play Star Citizen, I put these in, so the sticks, I have a little
Nice,
bit of space.
that makes sense. Yeah, and so there's actually adjustability here to even make it inward like that.
Yep, and
yeah,
that's something I
which
would
is nice.
probably do as well. But yeah, I would say if I was playing Star Citizen, which is kind of the main game I play, I would probably sit like this. I also do play League, which is a
Yes.
So we're tilting the keyboard a little bit,
Right.
and we're sitting, I think, for League, because we try hard, right?
We do.
We're sitting a little closer, I think, for League.
Okay, that's
and
helpful.
This
That's
is
really
probably
helpful.
the worst of my posture because I
Got
get a
it.
lot of pain up in this.
Okay, that's really helpful. Okay, so hold this, and we're gonna slide this back so you can see.
Okay.
The first thing we want to look at is the chair height, and we use the leg length to kind of identify what works best for you. Obviously, we're gonna take out the height of the shoe lift, so we're gonna measure your leg length here, and it's about 20 inches. So we subtract one, about 19 inches agnostic of chair will be your height from your heel to the base of the chair to minimize pressure at your distal thigh here or your proximal thigh. So you want that 90-degree angle. So you're doing pretty well with that. Next, we want to look at the lumbar support. So if you don't mind sitting up away from the backrest, I can kind of identify where that small of your back is and the base of your sacrum. We want to set that lumbar support for that area.
Sure.
Okay, so just gonna rotate it up to that point, and then for the depth, how much it's protruding in and out.
Sure.
Because you actually aren't using the entire part of the backrest.
Okay.
We're gonna set the protrusion to come out towards you, to bring the
Okay.
backrest towards you, right? So this is no protrusion. We're gonna bring it out towards you, so you can imagine like you're flying,
Yep.
or you're a Star Citizen, or even the league posture. That backrest is brought to your lower back. For you, I would say maybe like moderate protrusion, moderate out.
that feels about right.
And then you did a great job with the armrest. I wouldn't make too many modifications there, but what I like to typically do is just find a natural resting position that takes out the desk. So we bring
Right.
your chest up here like that,
Okay.
then shrug your shoulders all the way up and just let it fall. Yep, and then so we want to bring the armrest up to that position. 1, 2, 3. So three clicks. And that's where it's going to be set up at. And then you'll see it's not the same height as the desk. So because this desk is a certain height, yours might be different. We just bring the chair all the way up, and then if your heels are floating, you just have a footrest or foot
footrest.
support. Okay.
Got it.
So these are some of the features of the chair that we
Awesome.
pretty much talked about, and then everything on the other side is what I sort of fit you to.
I love that.
So
Very
if you
cool.
do you have any more questions about the product or?
I guess the questions we would have for the product is when will it be available?
It's available from the 8th of January onwards, so you can head down to any Razer store or Razer.com to purchase your Razer Iska V2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then do we have any pricing details that we can share or?
It's going for USD 649.
Okay, cool. So you can get one of these chairs if you're interested and need a new chair, which I'm sure most of you probably do, for $649 and available at Razer stores, you said?
Yeah, and it comes in 3 different colors and 2 different materials, so choose the right one for your setup.
Awesome. Well, that was the chair lab. I think I did pretty good, and hopefully I will, have better posture in the future. So thank you guys. Off to the next thing. All right, guys, I'm here in the Chroma fish tank, as I would like to call it. I'm here with Pebble, and she's going to walk us through some of the cool new things that they have here. I've heard there's some AI stuff going on, so she's going to get us set up, and we're just going to go through this very immersive experience.
So what you see here is the entire Chroma room. Everything is powered by Razer Chroma RGB. So what I'm going to walk you through is a super immersive experience, not just with the lighting, but also sound. So you have an entire room entirely powered by Razer Chroma RGB. I'll play the trailer for you, and then you can observe the lights around you,
Okay.
as well as the sound.
Okay.
Currently it's on a virtual headset mode, so you can actually feel like you're wearing a headset, but you're not.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'm just
I'm a big
gonna-
sound guy, so I'm excited.
That's great. It's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna put it a bit louder for you.
Louder's better for me.
Okay.
Louder the better.
Great. Okay, I will start.
Let's do
now.
it.
Street Fighter 6. Fighting is an art. And this is our canvas. Here we flex our style, our passion, our creativity,
Wow. That's pretty crazy, actually. I don't know if you heard that, but you should have.
Yeah. I can't imagine the phone not picking that up.
I'm pretty sure you heard that and probably saw that. That was wild.
Yeah, so as an addition to our lineup, like for Razer wise, our first ever Chroma product was the Black Widow Chroma keyboard back in 2014, and then since then everyone has been asking us to RGB everything. I believe you too, right? So everyone's like RGB everything. Yeah, so what we are doing is we are extending the lineup. We are going beyond the better station with our gamer room line. So we have a couple of products here as well. This is the Aether Lamp Pro, and within the clouds you can see is the Aether light strips.
Okay.
And then we have an all-new Aether monitor light bar that we just announced here at CES.
That looks really cool.
So this is how it works. Work in the front and party in the back.
Yeah. So the coolest thing so it's funny, I never really understood the monitor light bars for a while because I've seen some folks have them, and then I ended up using one at one point and was like, wait, I can't live without this now.
Right.
And so
Same.
I love seeing that you guys are also taking, going with that and going, you know what, we're going to add the Razer touch to it, as it were.
Yes.
And I'm assuming it's RGB in the back, correct?
Yes, it
of
is RGB,
course.
of course.
So a lot of people, I think the misconception with these light bars is that people think that it causes a lot of issues with glare on your screen, and I can assure you, even with a glass screen, you don't get any reflections or anything, but it does light up this area of your desk almost perfectly. And I use the one I have daily, so it's cool to see Razer also having one doing the RGB. And it's kind of, I feel like a light bar like this, I've seen other light bars that you can set up behind your setup that hit the wall. This kind of does both jobs, right? Because you're getting the desk light, but you're also getting that splash light off the back as well.
So we have also our Chroma Connect partners. We have over 50 partners onto our platform.
Okay.
So on the Razer Chroma platform, we have over here you see Nano Leaves.
Yep.
Over here you see Lametric. Over here Flora, which is all part of the platform. And with all of this combined, we have over 100 million devices sold worldwide.
Oh, so
it's like huge.
So
ecosystem.
So basically, Razer Chroma as a platform, right, is now being supported by a lot of your favorite lighting, panels and things of that nature. So if you have Nano Leafs, right, and you already have your PC all totally set up with Razer Chroma, you don't have to worry about trying to match your Nano Leafs to your Chroma because you can just control the Nano Leafs. Is that everything?
Yes.
Awesome, Pebble. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Super cool. All right, let's head to the next thing. Well, we're here with Shanice at the sustainability area at the Razer booth at CES 2024. Shanice, walk us through some sustainability stuff.
Sure, if I can bring you through the booth. Yeah.
You got it. You take it. This is your show now, Shanice.
Thank you. So, if you don't know about Razer sustainability, everything falls under our Go Green with Razer 10-year sustainability manifesto. But here at CES, you can see at our showcase, we're really zooming into our products where we focus on designing for sustainability. So you can see here there are 3 sections. One area focusing on how Razer we do modular designs, really encouraging repairability and upgrading. For CES, we are super pumped. We do have our Onata V3 featured here, where it does contain a minimum of 20% of recycled materials.
Love that.
But we're super pumped because this year onwards, all base models for our headset, keyboard, and mice will have recycled materials in them. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And lastly, of course, with everything that I've said, rather than self-claim, we are really setting ourselves up for third-party validation, auditing, etc. We have UL here with us, giving us eco-labels and really auditing our products. And so also another CES special, if you can zoom into our Type 3, is the world's first consumer electronic to have the environmental product declaration.
Oh, wow.
So
you
really-
can see that right there. That's super cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
so we have somewhat like a nutritional label of the product, really evaluating.
Interesting. So this is basically, here, I'll seal that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring it up a little closer to see if we can see it. Rudy is going to let us know when it's in focus. Good? So basically, they have what almost is like nutrition facts for the product and what it's made of and its environmental impact, correct? That is wild. World first consumer electronics that have, what are we going to call these? If they're not nutrient facts, have you come up with a silly name for them yet?
We just calling them a footprint label. We're not too sure.
Footprint label. Razer, I'm going to come up with a name and I'm going to get back to you on that one because I feel like we can come up with some cool nutrient facts. Well, thank you so much for showing us. I'm super excited to see some more. I got to come up with a name for that. Nutrients facts. I will let you know. And cool. Well, thank you so much. After the next thing, I guess. Okay, we're here at the next spot at the Forever Giving Razer booth. And your name again?
I'm Justin.
Justin. So Justin is going to walk us through blades, which I believe are laptops. So
Yes. Yeah. So we are well known for gaming laptops. We've had gaming laptops for years now. Since like 11 years ago, we really pioneered gaming laptops, but a very specific type of gaming laptop, a thin and light gaming laptop. We achieved this by using premium build quality. So that means using T6 grade aluminum, vapor chamber cooling, and a number of other custom components that really represent the ethos of a Razer blade. So what we have behind us here today is the latest 18-inch gaming laptop we have. So this is our most powerful Razer blade, the Razer Blade 18. So this is really a sneak preview of what you're going to be seeing later this year, but we really focus on two standout features for the Blade 18 this year. And so on the laptop you see right in front of you, this screen right here is the world's first 4K 165 hertz refresh rate display on an 18-inch gaming laptop. Last year when 18-inch gaming laptops kind of made that comeback, we only saw resolutions as high as QHD, but now we're bringing 4K to the 18-inch. This is actually a Thunderbolt 5 port. So this is the first time you're seeing Thunderbolt 5 being demoed live here. And it's also the world's first gaming laptop to feature Thunderbolt 5. It's the latest in Intel's Thunderbolt connectivity protocol, going from 4 to 5, and offers amazing performance, huge generational improvements between the two generations. And so that is actually what's powering everything you see on this on the table here. So from the speakers.
Is it one Thunderbolt 5 port that's doing everything?
Exactly. It is connected to a dock, a Thunderbolt 5 dock, but yeah, this is connecting the mouse mat, speakers, mouse keyboard, and these three monitors right here. So we have three 4K monitors right here.
Three 4K monitors?
Yeah, three 4K monitors, currently running at 120 hertz. But that's because we're kind of in sort of a beta, sort of pre.
Sure.
But the final product supports three 4K monitors up to 144 hertz refresh rate.
Good.
Yeah, it's crazy, super amazing. So we have this, mock gaming setup, sort of a proof of concept.
I'm gonna play while you
go
talk.
for it. Yeah, sort of a proof of concept for kind of what a gaming, a dream gaming setup can be with just an 18-inch gaming laptop. Super exciting, and this also works for content creation. You can support monitors up to 6K, 8K at 60 hertz. So Thunderbolt 4 or Thunderbolt 5, super exciting on Razer Blade 18, as well as that 4K 165 hertz display. We're looking at availability around the end of Q1, so late March, early April. So stay tuned for more news when that happens. Right now pricing to be determined, so stay tuned for that, as well as the configurations that'll be available once that time comes. Here you go, sir.
I wasn't able to roll fast enough. I was getting my ass kicked.
I covered it, but if you want to.
Oh my! Dustin's over here doing my job so much better than me. I'm just kidding. Justin, thank you so much. All right, guys. So I've been told this is our last stop at the Razer booth. I'm here with Michael, and he's going to walk us through the rest of the Razer Blade lineup. Michael, take it away.
Yeah, man. So what we have here is our Razer Blade 14. As the name implies, it is our 14-inch chassis. It is the most portable Razer blade in our lineup. This bad boy weighs in at about 4 pounds, 4.05 to be specific, and measures in at a mere 0.71 inches thin. So it's incredibly light, incredibly compact. But of course, don't let its small size fool you. It does pack one hell of a punch. It's got AMD Ryzen 9 8945HS processor. So that's the brand new Hawkpoint processor from AMD. The 8945HS specifically does have that NPU. That's the neural processing unit. Yeah, it helps accelerate AI-based applications. Don't think ChatGPT. We're talking local-based AI applications. So Windows Studios effects, Microsoft Copilot. I know that's been a bit of a buzzy one right now too. So things like that will be able to take advantage of, accelerate those, and do those more efficiently. On top of that, in terms of gaming prowess, this bad boy does pack an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070, and it's a fully powered 4072. So it goes up to 140 watts TGP. So you're not holding back at all with this one. To take advantage of those graphics, you've got a 16 by 10 QHD plus 240 Hz display. It's an IPS panel, so you're getting 500 nits brightness, about a 3 millisecond respawn time. This is actually going to be available for pre-order starting January 23rd in both the Mercury White and the Black colorways. So we'll kick it off right here. This is kind of our hero SKU of CES 2024. This is the all-new Razer Blade 16. We won a couple awards for it, and for good reasons too. We'll start with what's under the hood. I can tell what you're already gazing at. We'll start with underneath the hood first.
Fine. Okay,
So,
Michael.
I know, I gotta make you wait for it. I'm gotta be a tease. So this does pack in an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090. Just like the Blade 14, it's fully powered as well. So it goes up to 175 watts. So again, we're not hamstringing this thing. We're gonna let it ride. In terms of the processor, this is an Intel-based platform. So it does have the all-new Intel 14th gen processor up to a Core i9 14900HX. Now that HX does mean that it's unlocked, which means you can overclock this if you choose to do so that you can really make this baby hum if you want. We also offer up to 8 terabytes of NVMe SSD storage and up to 96 gigs of DDR5 memory. Who needs that much RAM? I don't know, but it's an option if you want
like it. I
that.
love the ludicrous
Yes,
options, all right?
Exactly. That's what we like to crank.
Somebody wants it.
Exactly.
There's somebody who wants
We
it.
say crank it to 11 here, and that's what we like to go for. So, without further ado, the main feature that we're talking about this year at CES for the Blade 16 is this beautiful OLED display. This is the world's first 16-inch 240 Hz OLED display. It popped up right as I was saying it. It was almost like it was meant to be. It was almost like it was meant to be. Exactly. I timed this stuff. But yes, we did work with Samsung to bring this display to market. It's got everything a gamer could possibly want. That high contrast, the 1,000,000 to 1 ratio that comes with OLED, but also that really fast response time as well. You're getting a sub 1 millisecond. 0.2 millisecond response time with this, and that really fast refresh rate at 240 Hz. And it looks great on this 16 by 10, so absolutely stunning panel. It's incredibly clear too in fast motion imagery like an FPS game or a racing sim or something like that. It is clear MR 11,000 rated. That's the highest you're going to find on a laptop display. So overall, just an incredible display that's really going to take advantage of those powerful components that you're going to find underneath there. Oh, and in terms of availability, in case you're about to ask,
I was just about to ask.
I'm a bit of a mind reader over here.
A little bit.
It is available as of the start of CES, so it's been out for a couple days now, technically.
Oh, awesome.
And you can get it starting at $29.99, and that's available in both the black and Mercury White colorways again.
Awesome.
Yes.
Super exciting. Michael, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for being our last stop here at the Razer booth. And
The best for last, I'm sure.
absolutely. So hopefully we'll see more about the blades here in the future if I ask nice enough. So I'm gonna try to ask nice enough. In any case, thank you guys for checking out the Razer booth. We're gonna go check out the rest of CES 2024.